We used to do weekly and weekend. Now it's your daily Tarotscope because we switched up the days, right? So on Mondays, we look at, what do we look at? Tuesday through Friday. And then on Fridays, we look at Saturday through Monday, okay? So on Monday, we already drew the card for today. The card for today is the Knight of Wands, right? Our theme was also the Two of Pentacles, okay? That was the overall arching energy, which is about balance. So we had to go through some things this week in order to establish our balance. And today is a day of freedom, of fun expression, of really tapping into your intuition and your spirituality, all those things. Seriously, it's going to be one of those days. Look at this. Well, we might just have to let it be. There we go. My gosh. Okay, clearly it's going to be Hot Mess Friday. Whatever, I'm not going to sit here and fight with it. I can't even see what's going on. Okay, so, anywho, let's get ourselves balanced, all right? Let's get ourselves in alignment so we can start the reading and we can find out what's coming up for us Saturday through Monday, okay? You woke up like that too? Hot Mess Express. And look, yeah. I thought it was going to look cute, but the universe was like, no, it's too much. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to use the tuning fork to attune to our root chakra. The reason why we do this is because the root chakra is the I am. It's where everything begins, and we want to make sure that it's nice and boosted and it's balanced, okay? The tuning fork is attuned to that frequency of the root chakra. All you do is just listen to it and breathe, okay? If you want to do visualizations while you're listening to it, that's fine. It only lasts a few seconds, so just take this time to yourself to just breathe and imagine that your root chakra is glowing and it's balanced and it's operating the way it should, okay? So here we go. Just breathe. There we go. See? Easy peasy. All right, what we're going to do now is we're going to get our fairy blessing for Saturday through Monday. I'm still getting used to the day change, so bear with me. And I'm also looking at TikTok and YouTube. So if you look at me or if you see me looking back and forth, that's why. We also have Mercury retrograde. It went retrograde yesterday in Pisces. So this is why these things are happening. I blame everything on Mercury retrograde. So deal with it. All right, this is going to be our fairy blessing. Then we're going to get the overall blessing, or I'm sorry, the overall message of the tarot card through the divination book. Then y'all are going to choose the deck that I use, and then we'll get into oracle and further messages, okay? If you have questions about tarot, oracle, numerology, spirituality, all those things, feel free to ask. This is a conversation. This is not a one-way street, okay? If you need a personal reading, TikTok, it's linked in my bio. YouTube, it's linked down below, okay? That's where you can go book your personal reading, all right? Retrograde is kicking already. I know. All right, let's get our fairy blessing. As I'm shuffling the decks, whether it be the oracle decks or the tarot decks, you can focus on the deck and put your energy into it as far as what do we need to know over the next few days, Saturday through Monday, okay? It doesn't matter if you're watching the replay on YouTube. Time is not linear. It all works, okay? So let's find out, what is our fairy blessing for Saturday through Monday? The blessing of sight. I love this. And it's number 18. Look at that 8. It's kind of hard to see, right? Maybe I'm just blind. But number 18. Oh, I opened right to it. Thank you, universe. One thing worked. The fairy gift of the ability to see with the eyes of the spirit. Let the fairies now offer you this gift of the sight, this blessing of the eyes within eyes, the eyes that can pierce the veil and see into the other worlds that lie all about us and make visible the once unseen. Fairies have traditionally offered this gift to those who are to be blessed so that they can see auras, visibly detect energy, and see the energies and the beings with another person. The sight is not like human sight, though. It is fleeting and strange, and like water. If you struggle to hold it, it will slip through your fingers and find its way from you. So, it is the gift of the fleeting moments of insight to the fairy realms, to see what is within a person, to know yourself and who you are, to have a moment when the limited vision of humanity opens up and know that there is so much more to the world than you have been taught to see. So what this is talking about is the ability to see beyond what you're physically seeing, okay? Seeing the truth. And this is perfect because we do have Mercury going retrograde, which is about really going in retrospect, looking at things deeper, okay? Looking at the past and seeing what actually is rather than what you thought was, okay? So there might be a situation where you're seeing the truth about a person or an experience or a situation, and you're like, oh, okay, I finally get it, because retrograde wants you to review, right? It's so interesting how you said it's kind of hard to see about the number 18 on the card. Why? I'm curious why you say that. All right, so let's use the divination book to get our overall tarot message, and then y'all are going to choose the tarot deck that I use to uncover the energy of Saturday through Monday, okay? So we're going to cleanse it off of the energy. Oh, because it's about seeing. Derp. See? Mercury retrograde. All right. Don't mind me. Okay, so take a nice deep breath in. We're going to focus our intention on the book. And we're going to ask the book, what is our overall message for Saturday through Monday? What is our overall message for Saturday through Monday? And you're going to intuitively turn to a page. Okay, we have the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. That makes a lot of sense because Mercury's retrograde. So I'm going to read this to you. This book is designed for you to use it daily, so the messages are formulated that way. But we're going to read it for the next few days, okay? So it says, today you drew the 3 of Pentacles reversed. Over the next few days, you may feel like you're herding cats if you're involved in a group project. The energy is scattered and unfocused, so delaying the project to another time when focus will be better supported would be ideal. If that's not an option, just practice the pause and try to accomplish as much as possible. Also, if you're finding that your efforts in a particular situation are not valued, it's time to evaluate why you're there. Remember, a goddess does not stay in situations where she is undervalued. Evaluate the situation and decide what course of action would be best for you. You have the ability to make power moves here. Claim your throne. Okay? So the reason why I said it's fitting is because the 3 of Pentacles, we call that the architect of the tarot, okay? You're making a plan, you're going through consultations, whether you're the one consulting or you're getting consultations with another person. You are really trying to devise a plan for what it is that you want. So over the next few days, your plans might not go as you thought. And that's okay. It might be that you need to reorganize, rethink your plans. For example, I've told y'all that I am creating the awakening journey within the tribe. And I started building it. And by the way, you guys, so beautiful. I'm loving it. But I had to redo a big chunk of it because to me it wasn't right. It wasn't what I wanted to convey. It just wasn't right. Okay? If you know me, anything that I produce, I try to do it to the best of my ability so it looks and works effectively for you. So I went back, refigured it, and now it's absolutely beautiful. Okay, I have not published it yet. I'm still working on it, but I just wanted to give you that example as far as when you're working on something and it doesn't feel right, things don't feel like they're coming together. It might be that you need to review it, revisit it, and say, you know what do I want this to convey? What am I trying to work towards? What is the ultimate goal here? Not just okay, what is the ultimate goal here? Okay. What book is that? The book is called Mystic Muses for the Modern Goddess. It's linked in my bio. YouTube, it's linked down in the description. I wrote this book and I rewrote it like 3 times to make sure it was perfect. So it's a divination book. It has all the tarot cards in it, direct and reverse, and all the messages, all the readings for the day. When you intuitively turn to a page, all of the readings are designed for you to take your power back. Okay? So yeah, I wrote this for you. It's my first book. Thank you. Hey, Tanya. All right. Now, y'all are going to choose the tarot deck that I use to uncover the messages for Saturday through Monday, okay? Remember, for today, we had the Knight of Wands. This is about personal freedom, taking action on your spiritual pursuits, and finding ways to take action that will bring you to personal freedom. Everybody has their own journey. Everybody has their own idea up here of what they would like to experience in life. And today is all about doing that, but it's also about how can you have fun and find your joy while doing that. Okay? Because the nights are all about action, fast movement. It's like, let's go. And the day might pass you by pretty quickly. So make sure that if there's things that you need to get done, get them done. Okay? All right. So the 2 decks that I have, YouTube, you're going to vote in the comments. TikTok, you're going to vote in the poll after I put it up. I'm just going to show you the decks first. Number 1, the Pagan Tarot. Or number 2, the Gilded Tarot. Both great decks. So let's put up the poll. YouTube, you can start voting. Whoops, wrong thing. All right, so deck number 1 or deck number 2. Just go with the one that you intuitively feel drawn to. 1 or 2. Make sure you're voting up there. So yeah, Mercury retrograde is retrograding. I guess the Gilded Tarot has a lot to say. Oh man. That has never happened. Right? It is spoken. It's like pick me. Oh Lord. How much time we have left? Just a few seconds, I think. So we'll see if it gets chosen. It looks like 2 on YouTube's getting it. We don't have many votes on. Oh, deck 1. Now I'm kind of torn because deck 2 flew out. But you know what? We're going to blame that on Mercury retrograde. And we will go with deck 1 because that's what the majority chose. All right, let me get all these out. I was like, what card is that? That's the sun. Look at that. Just on the beach. This is a fairly new deck, so that's why I didn't recognize it. This is the deck that I was using when I told y'all about the reading I did for the family friend, and he freaked out in a good way because it resonated very deeply for him. I'm just getting these nice and mixed up and ready. All right, so we're gonna ask the deck, what are our messages for Saturday through Monday? I'm going to pull one card for each day, and we're gonna talk about it. And then I will get oracle cards as well, okay? All right, for today, or sorry, for Saturday, we have the Novice of Wands. Okay, so this is like the Page of Wands, okay? So nice fiery energy again. We have the Knight of Wands for today. Tomorrow we have the Page of Wands. So this is all about really stepping into this fiery energy, stepping into taking action on what lights you up. There might be word of a new opportunity coming. It's just an excited type of energy. You might meet somebody new that you're attracted to. I mean, it's just great energy. Now listen, we're in Mercury retrograde. This is not a time to commit to relationships. If you meet the person during retrograde, get to know them as much as you can. Then as retrograde ends, get to know them again. Because if you're not aware, Mercury rules our communication. When it's retrograde, communication can be off. So you might feel like you're on the same page with somebody, and then all of a sudden it comes back into its direct energy, and then you realize, oh, like, no, like that was a red flag, or we don't have the same views. So if you meet somebody during retrograde, get to know them, take your time, be discerning, and then really get to know them again as we go direct, okay? All right, for Sunday, we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Very nice. Things are getting better. Something shifts and changes with your finances, especially, okay? If there's something that you've been hoping and wishing for, asking for help, wanting to improve when it comes to your physical world, things get better. It's like an answer or a prayer answered, okay? Then on Monday, we have the Four of Wands. Nice energy. Good thing we picked this deck, right? The Four of Wands is about finding your stability. I mean, we have two wands showing up already. Two Wands cards showing up. The Four of Wands is about celebrating something. It's about really feeling good within your home, within your space, finding that energetic stability that brings you joy, okay? So if you have an event on Monday, you can expect that it'll go well. If you're moving to a new space, whether it be a new house, a new office, anything like that, it will go well. But all in all, it's a really stable energy for Monday, okay? Because we're looking at four. Four is like you think four legs on a table. We're thinking earthly energy. So whatever you're experiencing here, it's very stable, okay? You have one today. One what? An event? It'll go well. Okay, let's look underneath the deck. We have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. It's better in reverse. Isn't that interesting how we have these energies of the fours? One's talking about energetic stability, and this one is talking about in your physical world, you need to open up and release the baggage, as well as don't be the miser of your finances. Don't stay in lack. Lack can creep in so easily without you even knowing it, without you even realizing it, okay? So you have to move through awareness. And the Four of Pentacles is saying, open up. Like, for example, we're about to end the month, right? So what's today, the 27th? Tomorrow's 28th. And Sunday is the 1st. Don't forget to say rabbit, rabbit, okay? I like that. Saturday is the 1st. So think about this when we're looking at the Four of Pentacles as the energy underneath the deck. Think most people have to pay rent. Maybe you have to pay your mortgage or some sort of bill. What do? We pay it through joy and gratitude. And we say, everything I spend comes back to me times 10. And we trust that the universe is doing everything it possibly can to provide for us everything that we possibly need or want or desire. Okay? So, already in a new month, it's going by fast, just like last year, right? And doesn't surprise me because we're in the 10-1 year and we're in the fire horse year. So, yeah, going into March, we're getting into the astrological solar new year coming up. But we do still have eclipses and we do still have the retrograde happening. So be mindful of that energy. This is about you reviewing, revising, revisiting. Okay? If something from the past comes back around, it's because you need to review it, not because you need to get sucked back into it. Got it? Great read so far. Good. There is going to be Mercury retrograde energy. However, we have the blessing of sight, and it's telling you that you're going to be able to see things more clearly if you choose, if you're willing to look back at things, to review things, to revisit things. So you'll be okay, I promise. All right, let's get some oracle. Let me look at something right quick. Hang on. In this deck, I do feel like there was something else. Okay. I had the novice wrong. It's actually the novice is more, I thought I had read that wrong. I mean, it's not completely wrong. This is actually like the Knight of Wands. So we have double Knight of Wands energy happening. So today and tomorrow, Knight of Wands. I was thinking this was the page because it looks like a page and you think novice, right? But no, this is like the Knight of Wands. So two energies of taking action on what you feel aligned to, making sure you're focused on joy and happiness and expression over the next 2 days. So double energy. And then the Five of Pentacles is saying, hey, things are getting better. A shift happens, a change happens. And then on Monday, we have the Four of Wands, which is all about celebration, feeling secure, especially energetically, and feeling good within your space. Okay? So that's why I kept staring. I was like, I don't feel like that is a page. It's actually the Knight. So it's telling you that this isn't your first rodeo. You know what you should be doing to create whatever it is that you want to bring into your life. You know you should be connecting to your higher self. So let's do it. Like I said, that's a new deck, so I have to memorize the levels. I had the novice and the elemental swapped. All right, what else do we need to know for Saturday through Monday? There's the sun. It made its appearance twice now. Y'all remember I looked at it because I didn't recognize the card. But we have the sun, number 1. This is action-oriented energy through finding your joy. But the sun comes with a warning. Just like if you go outside, you get your vitamin D, you listen to the birds sing, and you enjoy the day. But if you stay out there too long, what happens? You get burned. Well, if you're translucent like me, you get burned. But the sun is saying it's about you focusing on your joy and your happiness and taking action on those things, but not overexerting yourself. For example, you need to be able to do what you love, but everything in moderation, right? If you're taking action on things that you feel like you have to do, you know you need to do, I mean, that's part of it, But you also need to focus on the things that you love to do that bring you joy and creativity and self-expression. Okay, because it's all about filling your cup and finding your happiness. And it's up to you. The sun represents the self, and it's up to you to do that. Nobody else can do that but you. You're also a burner. Yeah, it's not fun. The YouTube video keeps pausing. Oh. Is anybody else experiencing that? I hope not. All right. What else do we need to know? You might also, on Monday, you might have somebody come up and congratulate you for something. Okay? Like give their blessing, congratulate you, celebrate you for something that you've done. What else? What else do we need to know for Saturday through Monday? All right, we have commitment in reverse. Remember how I said, do not commit to relationships. Don't buy any vehicles. Don't buy any major electronics. If you have to do any legal agreements, make sure you read through it with a fine-tooth comb because Mercury is retrograde. Mercury rules communication. Communication could be wonky. You might understand something different than the person that you're dealing with, okay? You have to make sure you're on the same page. If not, it's going to bite you in the ass, all right? But I also want you to take this time to review where you haven't committed. Is it with your health? Is it with your spiritual growth? Is it with your career? What is it? Where have you not committed that you know you need to? Having a very difficult week. Hoping to feel peace soon. Well, you can feel peace even when you're having difficulty. And I know sometimes that's irritating to hear. But when you understand everything's temporary, everything has its time and its space, then we have this feeling of we can detach that from taking it personally, okay? I believe Mercury goes direct on March 20th. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. What number is that? It's number 36. So 3 is communication and putting something together, kind of like we have the 3 of Pentacles right here. 6 is harmony and responsibility. So when they're in reverse, it's wonky, right? Would it be a bad idea to discuss possibly ending my relationship with my partner this weekend? No, it's not a bad idea. Mercury retrograde typically winds up ending relationships. Well, relationships that are not meant to be, because you finally realize, hey, we're not on the same page. It's not working, because you're reviewing things, you're revising, you're revisiting. What do I want out of a relationship? Is this a healthy relationship? So no, not a bad idea at all. March 20th is correct. Thank you. What else do we need to know for Saturday through Monday? Ooh, duality dance. This is such a creepy looking card. Duality dance. Looks like it, right? Seek balance amid the chaos and find harmony within yourself. So our theme for Tuesday through Friday today was all about balance. It was the Two of Pentacles, or it is the Two of Pentacles, right? We have Saturn going into Aries, Neptune in Aries. I mean, all these planets moving into Aries, which is crazy. We have Mercury retrograde. We're in the middle of eclipse season. So this is telling you, with all this chaos that is happening, tap back into yourself to find your balance, to find your peace. When all feels like it's going crazy, that's when you go within to find yourself, okay? Steady as you go. Navigate with patience and resilience, trusting in your inner strength to guide you through life's twists and turns. See? Your inner strength, your inner self. You can always rely on your inner self, your higher self, whatever you choose to call it. Always check in with yourself. Let's grab one of these. This one caught my attention. Whoa. Family issues in reverse. There might be somebody that's resolving some sort of family issues this weekend, like a relationship. What did I say? New home. Okay, somebody might be moving to a new home on Monday, which is the Four of Wands. It could be, what does home represent? Home represents your security, your sanctuary. Okay? It could be that you need to cleanse your home, clean out your home, revisit all the things in your house and say, does this bring me joy? Does this remind me of a negative experience? If it does, you need to get rid of it. If it brings you joy, you keep it. Okay? But like I said, home is the self. It is the sanctuary. It's number 4. Okay? It's where you feel safe and secure. So wherever you are, you want to feel that energy of safety and security. So when we look at it as a new home, it can be this new feeling of safety and security. It could literally, like I said, you're moving to a new home, moving to a new office, having some sort of experience where something shifts and changes and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, this feels good. Okay? So 4 is the theme so far. You know what? I've been seeing 44 everywhere. And to me, that signifies keep working on what you're working on. Because like I said, I'm building that awakening journey for the tribe. I'm like, I'm working on it. I promise. All right, what else do we need to know for Saturday through Monday? Ooh, we got the Bull. Look at that. Stubborn, uncompromising, stability and durability, riches and wealth. Which one do you want to resonate with? Now listen. Stubborn and uncompromising do not have to be negative traits. You all have heard me say over and over and over again, if you want to experience success in your life, you have to be stubborn. You have to be the rebel. You have to be uncompromising. That's the only way that you are going to find your success. Then comes the stability and durability. Then comes the riches and the wealth. We're going to talk about this in the CEO immersion, okay? If you're a spiritual practitioner, check it out. Go read it. I'm also thinking about doing a webinar for spiritual practitioners to teach you some things that can help you. Would y'all like that? It'd be a free webinar. You like all of them? Yeah, same. Okay? Sorry, I tapped on it. I don't know what's up with me lately, and I started tapping on cards. You want that? Okay. So, well, keep your eyes and ears open. I will announce it when I decide to do it. I at least want to get the first month or two of the awakening journey produced and ready for the tribe to start diving in. And then I will build the webinar for everybody. And then we'll do that. Like I said, it's for you to build your spiritual business. So if you're not into that, then it's not going to be worth your time. Okay. Just for Stephanie, we'll do the Woodland Wardens. All right. Let's see. You're welcome. Like I said, they have a tarot deck. I need to get the tarot deck because I do love this deck. I love all the nature themed decks. I've definitely been uncompromising in dating now. Good for you. Laying out your boundaries and expectations. Yes. I feel like we all need big hugs this morning. I agree. You have yet to purchase a deck, but you're willing to learn. Nice. Well, check out the tribe. The tribe is where you begin your learning. Okay? And you want to start with the traditional Rider-Waite deck. If you can read that deck, you can read just about any deck out there. All right, what else do we need to know for Saturday through Monday? Oh, we got this one again. It says, the snail and the huckleberry trust in the invisible. Look at this. And we have the blessing of sight. Seeing the invisible. Feeling the invisible. Interesting. And we have Knight of Wands today, Knight of Wands tomorrow, Five of Pentacles in reverse Sunday, and then the Four of Wands on Monday. This is telling you trust in the universe. At least just try it this weekend. Okay? Try it for the next few days to trust in the universe, to trust in the divine, and see what happens. Okay? So many people think they do, but they really don't, because they let barriers or obstacles stop them. But remember, you have to be stubborn and uncompromising, because that's the only way you're going to find your witches and your wealth. Your riches and your wealth. Oh, man. The universe is playing with me today. Speaking of riches and wealth, let's get our money message. Yes, everything I spend comes back to me times 10. All right. What is our money message over the next few days? Oh, you know what? I don't know if I've ever drawn this card. It says, be a sport. Let's read it. There's 3 ways to resonate. You're being asked to have more fun or focus on being a team player. I like that. I mean, especially when we have the Knight of Wands showing up twice, it's telling you to have more fun, but you do need to be a little bit more focused. Number 2, you can be great at any sports career or in the field of health and fitness. Number 3, improve your finances by considering working as a team or doing collaborations. Okay, this is 100% true in business. If you want to succeed, you must have good relationships with people in your niche or whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. Okay? Partnerships will come and go, but they are your stepping stones. It doesn't matter if you're partnering with somebody in a business sense or you're partnering with them to be mentored by them, to learn from them, whatever it may be, people need people. And it's called working smarter, not harder. Okay, I've had mentors and I mentor. So you need other people to get ahead, not to step on them to get ahead, to partner and collaborate and learn from each other, maybe. Okay? This is one of the reasons, one of the main reasons why I built the Spiritual CEO Immersion is so I can share with you the things that actually work and how to work through your own design and to bust through your blocks rather than spending 10 years like I did on your own to go through all that crap. You can learn it from me in 6 months. And we're going to walk through hand in hand on building your business, okay? All right, all right. Oh no, you were T-boned. Well, I'm glad you're okay. That's scary. All right, what else do we need to know over the next few days? Peace. Look at that, number 28. Remember how I said, even in the midst of chaos, even when we have all these planets moving into pretty interesting placements, when we have eclipse season and we have retrograde happening, you can always find your peace. It's here within you. Okay? You can always find your peace. That's where you need to go whenever you're feeling stressed out. So 2 is about balance. It's that feminine receptive energy. And 8 is your personal power. So it's saying your balance, when you go to your place of peace, that's where you find your power. And then you feel refreshed. You won't give up? Good. That peace is in trusting the universe. Yes. Exactly. You have to change that mindset whenever you start getting anxiety and fear and say, nope, I choose to trust in the universe 100%. And you push all those negative thoughts away. All right, what else do we need to know? Oops. Number 24, Thief. This card shows up quite often because it wants you to take a look and take stock in your life and ask, where am I allowing people to steal my joy, to steal my peace? And as usual, I always tell you, make sure you put your stuff away, lock your cars, all that other stuff, right? Don't give in to anybody, like don't give anything away that you can't afford to lose, right? But this is, for me, it's overall of where are you allowing people to steal from you? Physically, metaphorically, all the above. Okay? Because there's so many things out there where it's meant to distract you. And what does that do? It steals you away from your divinity. It takes your joy and it replaces it with fear. So you have to look at, where am I allowing this to happen? It can be something as simple as social media. It could be something as simple as watching something on TV or talking to a friend who's always negative, always Debbie Downer type energy. Yeah. You really need to hear all this? Good. Yeah, ground and give it to Mother Gaia 100%. Let's get our spirit animal. That's what you needed to hear right now? Well, good. I'm glad you're here. Have I any knowledge about the costs and benefits of owning and operating a metaphysical shop? You have a friend who's interested in. I honestly don't, because I've never owned a brick and mortar shop. I love them, but it really depends. Like around here where I live, it's really hard because it's very expensive. And a lot of businesses are going out of business because the landlords are hiking up the rent, you know, all the other crap they have to deal with. So I don't know. It depends on where you are and, you know, the traffic and all that. All right, let's get our spirit animal for the next few days. Ooh, love this. Lion, higher calling. I love when we pull this card. It says, you have within you all the courage you need. Let go of the past and reclaim your majesty. You will find success and contentment with those by your side. Make noble choices for your life and your tribe. Okay? This is about doing what you know is for your highest good and for the highest good of those around you. Okay? Being in your strength and your power. Knowing that you do have a higher calling, whether you believe it or not, you do. It's all tied to your soul blueprint. All right, let's get our crystal for the next few days. There's our crystal for the next few days, Saturday through Monday. Ooh, Bumblebee Jasper. I love this one. Opportunities, abundance, and optimism. Bumblebee Jasper infuses your spirit with vibrant energy and the courage to embrace change and new challenges. Allow its bold, dynamic vibrations to ignite your creativity and inspire you to pursue your passions with confidence and determination. So, I mean, we have really great energy this weekend. We really do. And it's telling you, it's all about you blocking out the noise, finding your peace, finding yourself, and really celebrating and following what ignites your soul. I was telling my students the other day, sometimes life can feel like a double-edged sword. I have somebody who is wanting to be in my spiritual CEO immersion, and she's like, I know I need to do it because I don't have the money, you know, because I want to do this as a business. She's like, I know I need to do it because I don't have the money, but then I feel stuck because I feel like I don't have the money. And I told her, I said, you have to decide. You have to declare it. And when you feel like something is a soul calling, then you have to make the leap. Now, if this is not something that you feel is a soul calling, then don't do it. Right? But you have to decide, even when it's scary, even when you don't know how things are going to turn out, you have to make that leap. Okay? It has to be something that you feel strongly about, because the stronger you feel about it, the more fear is going to come in to try to block you, because your brain is thinking that it's keeping you safe, because the brain only wants to experience what it knows. And as I've told you all before, the brain is just a machine. It's just a receptor. It doesn't It doesn't know. So all it's doing is computing past energy, past experiences, saying, well, I don't know how it's going to turn out in the future. So why don't we go ahead and stay here? And that way we know what's going to happen. And then you get frustrated because you listen to your fear and you've missed the bus, right? So whatever it is that you feel like is your higher calling, that you feel so passionate about, you have to take that leap. I had to do it too. So I speak from experience, okay? I'm not speaking from up here. I'm speaking from experience. You have to make that leap because you know without a doubt that this is the next right step for you, okay? Okay, let's get our spicy decks out. Oh my gosh, my earbud just died and went live in this room out. Uh-oh. Well, tell everybody you're welcome. Okay, so this deck is a bit spicy. If you get your feelings hurt or you get offended very easily, it's time to scroll away because I am not sorry. It's easy for one to perceive your reverence for the cards. Thank you. You're very welcome. All right. Like I said, this deck is spicy. I'm going to use another one as well. So stick around or don't. What is our message for the next few days? Ooh. Hakuna Matata says, a toast to no worries. And I know that song's going through your head now. You're welcome. So, a toast to no worries. I mean, we're looking at it this week and it's saying, don't worry. Don't worry. Fear, like, don't fear things. Even though I know life gives you a lot to be fearful of. Hang on, I gotta verify myself. Crap. It's telling you, cheers to no worries. Cheers to celebrating this weekend, to finding your joy, to taking that scary leap, doing whatever is necessary for you and your happiness. Domingo, grow up. You're so freaking needy. What's the name of the deck? It is Inner Fucking Peace. This is the one that Anne bought me and sent me. Your daughter has a main role in the Lion King play tonight. Ah, that is so fun. I hope she does an amazing job. I know she will. That's awesome. Okay, this is the second spicy deck. Let's see, what is our message for the next few days? Ah, rebel or rebel, whatever you want to say. It says, because fuck it. So we talk about this a lot, being the rebel. Being the rebel means going against what you know to be false. And going towards, I mean towards, what you know to be true. So you can look at the Novice of Wands, the Knight of Wands, as a bit of a rebellious spirit, okay? Because the Knight of Wands wants freedom. It wants creativity and expression. It wants to have fun and enjoy life. And that's what we should be doing. But we're too busy in survival mode, 24/7, right? But you have to rebel against that. You have to stop listening to the narrative. And that's the hardest thing for people to work through, to break free from, is that narrative. Because again, your brain is constantly being pumped with fear and lack. And the experiences that you've had in the past are of fear and lack. So your brain, you're trying to get your brain to map out your road to success, but it can't. because it hasn't experienced anything new. You haven't crossed that threshold of the new journey, the new timeline, the new path. Okay? So when you are the rebel, you're saying, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to do it. And I'm going to see what happens. Doing it for the plot. So think about that this weekend. Is that a 4? There is no numbers on this one. It's a lightning strike or lightning bolt. Which is funny because here it is again, a lightning bolt. I mean, it's on every card, but this one says, figure shit out on your own. You have to decide. You have to take that leap. Nobody else can decide for you. Just like my student who wants to be in the CEO immersion, she has to make that decision. Not me. I can't force you into anything. I don't want to force you into anything. You have to make the decision. So, all right, y'all. Have a wonderful weekend. It's great energy, even in the midst of all the planetary chaos and all the other crap, okay? You can still have a great weekend. You can still have a productive weekend. You can still take that leap because, because you see the vision, okay? So, all right, have a wonderful weekend. I will see you back here Monday morning, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you need anything else, TikTok, everything is linked in my bio. YouTube, everything is linked in the description. If you are a spiritual practitioner, go look at the Spiritual CEO Immersion and submit your application if it aligns with you, okay? Even if you're scared. We will have, if your application is approved, we will meet for a chat and you can ask all the questions that you have, okay? All right, love y'all. See you Monday morning.